Gamers, we're here. We're here. That's about all I got. But we are here. This is a place, and we are there. And we are more than one person, which makes it a plural. And we are physically and digitally located in the space, which would indicate that we occupy that space and are here. We are here. Showing you to my 63-year-old dad make this stream a good one. Hello to the 63-year-old dads out there. First off, I'm gonna get you guys acclimated with something I think you're a little bit used to. Let me just something, maybe a little pump-up song. Let me see if I can find something on the playlist that would work here. This one goes out. Why is it not playing anything? Please let the timing work. This one goes out to all the 63-year-old dads out there. Thunder. I was born in the middle of a river. I can't sing that. Maybe that guy is talented. Have you played the Thunder drinking game? Finally, someone asking a question besides, did you see Mamdani speaking Chinese? Thank God. I haven't played that nor seen Mamdani speaking Chinese. So I have seen the sunset, seen the face of my family. Seen what else? I'm trying to think what else I saw 6 minutes of the 1986 Journey to the West that played on mainland Chinese TV because my teacher linked it to me. And then I was going through the links that she sent over and I realized that this was not like one video. She linked me to like, I thought it would be like a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer thing where it would be like maybe a 90-minute long special or something like that. But it was literally like 17 50-minute episodes of Chinese TV. And I just kind of went, you know what? I think I get the idea. Sun Wukong, he's a prankster. He's kind of the original prankster, as the Offspring would say. He spits in the face of authority. And we love him. We love him. The other monkeys in the rainforest, they were throwing rocks and coconuts, airborne instruments at him. They didn't understand. They didn't understand what they saw when they saw Sun Wukong. But then he galvanized them. I don't really know what happens, to be honest. It's like because I didn't see that much of it. I was gonna say Wink Martindale. Anyone here from like Scarborough, Ontario, and my age? What was the name of the host of Wink Yahoo? Oh, that's it. You know what's a great moment in a young person's life? When you're like 10, but you're watching a show that's marketed to 14-year-olds, and it makes you feel like you're 25. You know what I'm talking about? When you feel like you're getting away with watching a show that's mature just because it's targeted at like the next cohort that's one age above you. Like being in the 6th grade and watching a show about 10th graders being like, oh, dude, this is like, it feels like it should be a crime. No, is for like, probably 9-year-olds. But I was thinking of being 9 and after watching System Crash. It's a rewind. Only good nostalgia is nostalgia for retro YTV shows. I'll say it, man. Although sometimes you'll be on r/YTV retro and people will be like, I miss this show. And then it's like a show that came out when you were like 24. And then you're like, I've never heard of like Mona the Vampire. Greatest post they ever made on RTV Retro, though, or RYTV Retro, was when they said kids will never understand the misery of turning on the new episode of Dragon Ball Z and seeing the first episode of Dragon Ball Z, which what they would do is the Canadian affiliate would play as many episodes as they had in chronological order. So it would take you from like, Nappa showing up on Goku's planet, which I don't know, is that Earth? But it's showing up on Goku's planet with Vegeta and the Cybermen and the It's Over 9,000 stuff. And then they would go as far as they had the rights to, which would take you to like the end of the Frieza saga. And then you'd be like, I'm so excited to watch the start of the Cell saga, which I've read about on GeoCities. And then it's, oh no, they're introducing what the Dragon Balls do again. Like, I just watched 170 episodes of this, and now I'm back on Earth, and the Saiyan pods are arriving, and they're doing the Vegeta Nappa stuff again. And then you get through the whole Cell saga, and you're like, finally, I can get to I'd like to see another fusion, like a Super Saiyan 2 or a Super Saiyan 3, or who the hell's Gotenks I've been reading about so much online. Then you find out the shit aired in like 1989. And I'm out there in the year 2000 going, please, YTV, can we please find out who Majin Buu is? Receive greed. 2 additional cards and an energy ain't so bad. Plus, just once in my life, I feel like I'd love to go like... Literally the only based thing that the tall kid in Lord of the Flies ever did. What was the name of the kid who was like immediately wanted to go feral and replicate the British power structure on the island? Not Piggy, and his name is not Porky. Not Simon. Simon, of course, is the one who he goes hippie mode. Jack, that's the one. Piggy was a real one. They literally killed him for what? For being chubby? They killed him because he was like a little bit annoying? Nah, they were pressed. Their cortisol was spiked. They hadn't had a Terry's chocolate orange in almost 4 days. You guys ever get the thrill of having read the book that you're going to read for school, but having read it before it was assigned for school, like 3 or 4 years ago? That's what happened to me with Lord of the Flies. When I was like 11, my mom was like, you should read this book. I read the book. Catch me being 14 and they reintroduce Lord of the Flies. What the hell? Mom, you got me doing my homework like an administration in advance. Class gets real boring when that happens. I was about to say something horrible, which is it gets real boring when you're in English class and you're in the 10th grade, and then the teacher is like having you read the book, like your whole semester is just reading a novel out loud, line by line in class, and then the teacher calls on a kid who's like really good at reading, and they're just going through it and they're adding a little bit of sauce to the narration, and then they call on someone who ain't so good at reading, and you're like, oh, and they gotta get through the whole damn page. And they do that with Shakespeare too. Yeah, you're like, why the hell we got this kid playing Banquo? Man, this kid doesn't know what's going on. They don't understand iambic pentameter. They don't even want to be in English class. And all of a sudden, their Banquo now just takes me way out of the play. The immortal bard didn't die for that, man. They didn't deserve that. I mean, you want, in your English class, if you really want to get into the drama of the story, you want a class full of Lauras, and you want a class full of Jessicas, and you need a few Elizabeths, okay? If you can get enough Lauras, Jessicas, and Elizabeths, you know it's going to be a great story. They're not stuttering. They're giving it their all. They got gel pens. They're not allowed to use them, but they got them. Penmanship fucking perfect. A little bit of Monica in my life, yeah. How are you not supposed to crash after eating lunch? Spain has it right, man. I'm pretty sure, like, the world would be a substantially better place if you just got 90 minutes after lunch in the afternoon to just fuck off. It could solve a lot of problems. It would also create a lot of problems because the way our life is structured, not me specifically, or anyone in the Peloton Discord for that matter, but you got to commute like 50 minutes each way to get to work. So if you take a 90-minute break in the middle of the day and you still have to work the same amount of hours, you're not going to get home till like 9 p.m. or something like that. And then you got to like cook 18 meals to meal prep and then go to sleep, wake up, do it all over again. It just might not happen. I'm a big believer in, well, sometimes I say I'm a big believer in something, and then I say something I'm not a big believer in, and then people ask me to like stand on business. And even though I'm not married to the position, I kind of find myself getting defensive because I'm like on the back foot. It's like every improv bit ends up just becoming like a debate for some reason, which is not the avenue I really want it to go down. That every single joke just turns into an argument. But either way, people, in my opinion, they work roughly as hard as they're able. Like there are some times that you can convince yourself like, oh, if I need to lock in and get like these 3 things done. But if you're at your brain's limit for being like exhausted or burned out, you just can't do it, man. So people being like crashing after lunch are already being unproductive by not giving them a little bit of extra time to burn off the sleepiness. You're compromising their ability to be productive for the rest of the day, is basically what I'm trying to say. Now, if you're not sleepy, you need to work twice as hard because you need to make up for the people that are sleepy. But I also don't, I saw some people be like, you're having too many carbs for lunch. I don't buy it, man. I think the cavemen were fucking crashing after lunch too. You wake up when the sun comes up, you work all morning picking berries or something like that. You eat lunch, of course you're gonna be a little tired after that. You take a nap in the sun and then you wake up and you do some gathering, you pick some herbs at night or something like that. I don't think it's all about carbs, man. I think the people who are on keto are getting sleepy after lunch, and the only thing that's keeping them awake is that if they fall asleep, they won't be able to tell anybody that they're on keto. I think that's the fucking secret, to be honest with you, which is what they fucking live for. You notice that even though I'm not talking about the game, slowing down has made me play so much better. And even though it looks like I'm just opening and closing the deck screen over and over and the reward screen in the shop, we're making better decisions by not just impulsively taking whatever cards we see. Can we talk about how the librarian was banned off of Twitch? I heard this when I started the stream today, but I do have to say this is news to me. I don't know all about what happened there. But when someone mentioned that they were suspended, I did look at his chat history recently and I went, oh, that's what he got suspended for. Yeah. Wait, for real? It's a great week for you, librarian Origin. It's a great week for you. He may have in the London portion where Chibley was saying, I said I was going to hit his bike with my car. And then I said, one thing you've never considered, Chibley, is that, of course, drivers are going to go feral when they see cyclists on the road. Have you ever considered how bad it feels to slow down when you're in a car? He typed, I know that's right, and then hashtag fill in the blanks.
I know who I am, and I do not need your help. I'm smack dab in the middle of my right goddamn mind, and any scumbag, any lowlife, any maggot piece of shit that I put down, I did it because I liked it. Hell, I loved it.
Yes, you love all cyclists, exactly. Now, I think that we understand that the librarian in this case was putting on airs and was not typing something that they actually believed or that they felt represented a real opinion on the subject. But the AI panopticon that we live under hasn't been fed it hasn't had the right training data yet to understand like sarcasm or not speaking with 100% genuineness in every single domain. So they just, librarian had to pay the price, but only for a week, I guess. Only for a week, which is good. They do have him go in Yeti mode. Although Yeti can still type from time to time. Wait, Strangle's pretty good, man. I could add a Strangle to the deck. Anyway, it happens, I guess. But that's why I'm saying you gotta be careful. Yeti said Paul Seaman the other day. You take the good with the bad when it comes to Yeti. And by the way, that is the good. As far as Yeti goes, that's the good. Paul Seaman is pretty funny. You know, I was thinking of a post that could go like multi-platinum on Facebook. And it would be something, and it's not inspired by Yeti referencing Ice Spice. Don't let anybody tell you that. It's an image post, because they have to be these days. And it's split right down the middle, like on a prime meridian. On the left is Ice Spice, and on the right, let's say, is Baby Spice. And then the post says, when I was a kid, we didn't have Ice Spice. We had Baby Spice. And we liked it. Just that, change nothing about that. But run it down mid, I think you could get 500,000 likes with that. I've hesitated to even share this because it feels like it's too easy because you're preaching to the choir. But Yusong has been staying with us this weekend, which is how we got those IRL Mahjong streams that we did on Friday and Saturday. We went out for dinner last night. I'm not going to tell you where because the restaurant is fine. I don't want to put this evil on the restaurant. I don't think that everybody should go to the restaurant and protest just because they have one piece of AI art in their fucking bathroom, okay? But long story short, I went and I took a piss. And first off, The way the urinals are set up in the bathroom was insane. They were set up kitty corner. Not a flat wall with two urinals that are separated by a couple of feet. They were set up one on like a north-facing wall and then on the adjoining east-facing wall. So you were pissing like back to back. Like Greg Kinnear and Matt Damon in Stuck on You, the Farrelly Brothers movie. And I have to imagine the only way they could do that was because like they didn't have enough space to get a longer profile on the urinal wall, but it is insane. After taking my piss, and the dude that was pissing on the north wall had a fucking big fuck you backpack with all his shit in it. So his backpack was like pushing into my vertebrae the entire time I'm trying to take a piss. I don't know if he was eating alone, so he didn't want to leave his bag at his table or what, but it was madness. And then I'm washing my hands. They have a piece of AI art up between the two mirrors in the bathroom. What did they have to use the most magical rocks on the planet to generate an image of? It was people in the restaurant eating the restaurant's food. And the picture was like, book here to have your next event at our restaurant. And it was just an AI generated image of like 8 people at a table in the very restaurant that we were in, eating the food that they serve in the restaurant, except what they were eating was not the food in the restaurant. It was food that the AI thought that the restaurant would serve. And they were all toasting with like brandy snifters that had beer foam in them. Like a clearly the AI, it was from a more primitive era where it was like alcohol glass plus beer is good enough. Like it just did not look right, which I guess they never do. But this was particularly egregious, man. And the whole time you're in there going like, I guess I get it, because one constant problem that I have in my life is like I want to take a picture of something that's in my vicinity, but I just don't have access to a camera that's good. We're constantly looking around going, what a beautiful image. If only someone around us had a camera that could capture that image in such a high fidelity that we could distribute that image in some way. Like, it's just so insane to me. So of course they had to resort to and all the guys look like Facetune Chiblee in the picture as well, because they always do. They've all got, I was saying the You Song, I was like, what is it about these like AI generated Giga Chads that they all, it's like they train them only on Good Mythical Morning episodes, so they all kind of look like face-tuned Rhett from Rhett and Link. They've all got like the dirty blonde, like mid-length hair and the perfect stubble and stuff like that, and the Ian Somerhalder eyes that are staring directly at the camera. Just so crazy to me, man. But then I was like, I guess you're in food service, so it's like when I went to the pizza place and they had AI pictures of pizza on the menu, but then like right next to it they have the warmer with the pizzas that they actually made. So instead of having a picture of the pizza that they made that they could just take, they generated an AI image of pizza that looked worse than the pizza that they made that they have right there. What material pants are you wearing today? Denim? Denim, denim, denim. Pink Panther's favorite bottom wear? Nah. That pervert, probably knee-high socks is his favorite bottom wear if I had to guess. Inspector Clouseau, I mean, who knows what he's into, bro? He's French. What's his trade? He was a cop, but also I feel like he was sort of like Amelia Bedelia. So you take the good with the bad. Because all cops are bastards for a reason. Bro, he was working for Internal Affairs. Have you read Amelia Bedelia? She's insufferable. She's literally neurodivergent, so you can't say that. Literally, her boss tells her to put the coffee on, and then she puts the coffee on top of something. She takes the coffee and pours it on top of whatever is in the vicinity, and then the dude crashes out at her. Bro, you told her to put the coffee on. Like, it sounds like, if anything, you should be mad at yourself. She's incompetent. She's highly competent. I don't know how much of the books you've read, but like, if she's incompetent, then her fucking bosses are worse than useless because they keep asking her to do shit that they should be doing themselves. Oh, you're mad Amelia Bedelia pitched the tent, and instead of pitching a tent, She threw the tent into the woods like a baseball pitcher? Well, maybe you should pitch your own fucking tent for once. Maybe you should do your own shit. And you're forgetting about the time that they asked her to make chocolate chip cookies, and then she put chocolate and chips, potato chips, into the cookies, and the cookies were good as fuck. You're forgetting about that, okay? So with Amelia Bedelia, you take the good with the bad. It's that simple. I made sure to glaze Kory too. He brought over some stuffed cookies with pistachio cream inside of them. I don't know everything that was in the cookies. They're all gone. And there were 6 cookies. The cookies were big as fuck. I ate 5 of the cookies. And I will say, I don't know if anybody else is living in this dynamic. When I was going to eat one, Kate, I was just about to air you out, okay? Because the cookies arrived at our house 3 days ago. It's not like I was like an Am I the Asshole post where I ate 5 of the cookies in 30 minutes and then went like, does anybody want the last one? They've been here for 3 days. Same thing with the donuts that our friend brought over. The donuts arrived on Friday night, or like Friday at like 2:30 p.m., It's 9 p.m., nobody's eaten a donut yet. I'm not gonna ask permission to eat one of 6 donuts. Somebody brings over a half dozen donuts and nobody's touched them in 8 hours or something like that. You don't have to ask permission, you could just grab a donut. But the problem is there's like, I think it's because I'm neurotypical and everybody else is weird. Nobody wants to be the first person to grab something. You can't just grab food that you want to eat from a shared box. You have to go, does anybody want to have one with me? Can I get a knife so that I can cut it in half because I don't think I actually want a whole one? Come on, they brought 6 donuts. They bring 6 donuts, there's 6 people, everybody gets a donut risk-free. Same thing happens at all the kids' birthday parties. Everybody brings like enough food for everybody. Everybody has to eat everybody's amount of food in order for there to be 0 food. So there's approximately 20 everybody's worth of leftovers. And then people are like, no, I couldn't possibly take half a bag of potato chips home, I'd just eat them. The loser takes it all, as far as I'm concerned. And who's the loser now? It's me. It's me, man. I wanted Kory's cookie. Kate, I make a lot of sacrifices for this family, but I can't fall on the sword for this one. The cookies were unsupervised in the house for 3 days. Literally this morning, it's not 2 days, he came over on Saturday. Today's Monday. You had all of Saturday, and then all of Sunday, and then we're almost halfway through Monday now. It was gone. It was not gone before today. There was one left this morning, and I said, oh, I guess nobody wants this one. So I basically just ate it out of like, now we got a clean Tupperware. You ate 5 of 6. Listen, I'm being gaslit right now. You guys literally can't gaslight me for this because I know the house that I live in. If I don't eat that cookie, she doesn't want the cookie. And then I end up organicsing that cookie maybe 2 weeks from now. I can't treat leftovers like that in shared food as sacrosanct. Because if I treat it as sacrosanct, it just means that instead of me eating it, I put it in the compost later. It sits in the house for longer and then it goes in the compost later. You don't live in the same house that I live in. I'm working, like, this is an evidence-based approach. Look at my gluttonous streamer. We burn it off on the hard days. They were huge cookies. I don't know why my wife is trying to gaslight me. Chad, I understand. I'm looking as if there's a trusted companion just behind the monitor here. I'm like, are you getting this? My wife chumming the waters for Chad is very surprising to me. Chad eating the chum, that's what they do. I can't be surprised about that, but the chum in the waters is surprising to me. Don't Jim the camera. It's not, if anything, I'm Dwighting the Jim. This would be me, I'm Dwight looking at Jim going, get a load of this guy. And when Dwight and Jim are agreeing on something, that's how you know. That's how you know something's messed up. Also, Kate, if you really wanted the cookie, we can invite Kory over again. It's a small price to pay. Even if he did try to cut off Yusong's penis with a cigar cutter. True story, by the way. We did go to Granville Island. I don't know if anybody was at Granville Island yesterday. There were some buskers, some street performers. And there was a dude, and it's funny for me specifically because I had previously said juggling can't be hard because I've never seen a juggler drop a ball in public. This was one time where I had to look at the evidence in front of me and say, you know what? It turns out I don't know everything about the world around me because this guy was dropping he was dropping bowling pins and he was doing some box juggling. He was dropping the boxes and he he had a bunch of hats and he was doing like some hat tricks, but he kept dropping the hat. It was clearly like he was still an apprentice. Exactly. He was still getting his red seal in juggling. So that in and of itself was already pretty funny. But then I swear, and it was a very surreal moment. While this guy was dropping the bowling pins and juggling, out from behind the corner of a building came a man where I said, the reaction that I had when I saw him was, oh my God, it's a warrior from the Matrix. Like he looked like, you know, in the third Matrix movie when the guys get ready to get in the suits, the mech suits where they're shooting at the Sentinels as they're invading Zion. He was 60 years old-ish and dressed like a pirate, and he had like the handles and like tubes and rebar, like he was in a mech suit, more or less. And he was just walking around, and I was like, what's up with this guy? We ate dinner, I saw the AI image in the bathroom. We were at dinner for like 2 hours, came back out to take the aqua bus off of Vancouver, or off of Granville Island. In the bowling pin busker spot was the warrior from the Matrix, and strapped to all of his infrastructure all of his body modifications, he had musical instruments, and I swear he was giving a one-man show, like he was a one-man band, and he was 100%, I swear to you, singing sweat, baby, sex is a put your hand inside my pants and then we'll and just breathlessly going through the entire diatribe of you and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel by the Bloodhound Gang, by himself. And then like, he had like electric harps or something on his legs that he was playing. Like, it was really impressive, which is harder than juggling. I would agree with that, probably harder than juggling. It's so fucked up that the top comment on this bot is gonna be like, the way he uses strangle is torching me. It's so crazy. And if you've already made that comment, it's too late to delete it, okay? You might as well just own it. But what's funny is you're gonna look at it now and you're gonna be like, well, I don't wanna make it because people are only gonna vote that to the top because he said it. Yeah, that's true. You know what's crazy, by the way? People can make a video, here's all NL's misplays and Slay the Spire. But if I took a video of them, or a clip of their stream where they were not aware that they were being observed, and I provided constructive feedback on all of their commentary and the silence and the dead air and the times that they made it awkward and that 30-minute period where all they did was subscriber shout-outs. And I offered constructive criticism on how to make the stream a little bit more entertaining. And then at the end of it, I couched it by saying, but they're really good at the game. They're really good at the game, so I understand why people watch them. I would be a bad guy. I would be a bad guy if I did that. I would be evil. I would be a horrible person. It's just interesting. It's just an interesting thing. It's just a curious little wrinkle in this fucked up society we live in. That's true. I'd only be evil if I didn't slap "in my opinion" on the end. It's a pattern in English. I just think it's interesting. Say whatever you want, and then at the end, "in my opinion," though. You could put anything in the middle of the sandwich, bro. Always talking. So I'm going into my... This is when you find out who the villain is in 23 Jump Street. Never a moment of silence. No, not when you're around. No. There's no single somber moment that isn't immediately filled with the first quip that came into your little head. It's gonna be Rob Riggle again? Nah, this time we're gonna mix it up. It's gonna be Ed Riggy Diggy Doo. Sucky Dicky Doo. Wait, I like that. I see. Well, I'll play a joke on Andy Bernard, the pride of Cornell. Well, sucky Dicky Doo. Suckity Dickity Ricky Dicky Dickity Doo. Now I have to close the door or people will think I'm weird. See, this is what's fucked up about our society. It's like, I think if I were like in your office or like maybe your dorm or whatever, and you were just watching a dude play a video game and talk about nothing, I would be like, that guy's weird. Why is he watching that? But now you got someone who's having a pretty good day, at least from Act 2 onwards here, from a commentary standpoint. And you're like, oh, he's trying to tell some jokes. He's trying to tell some... I don't want anyone to know I'm trying to listen to something that's maybe adjacent to humor. That's crazy. Headphones are out in 2027.
Sweatpants are out, dude.
To be fair, I do think that's true. I don't think you're being sarcastic. Because I feel like everyone has their speakers on at all times, but then also they always have one AirPod in. And I guess that it makes sense because the Bluetooth speaker is for pump up music, and then the AirPod is for like a pump up podcast. How does he stumble into A10 wins? I'm so ready for, if we win, which is certainly not a foregone conclusion, I'm so ready for the Slay the Spire subreddit crash out. This is why the game is imbalanced. I make every decision absolutely perfectly every single time, and I always lose. This moron somehow finds a way to win, even though he makes constant mistakes. Bully does 7 damage, so we don't need to sweat that. You know we're going with this. And then you've just got to draw some stuff that's unbelievable. It turns out we live for another turn. Hard to imagine that lasting much longer, though. Impossible to imagine that lasting any longer. Still. You can still make the post on Slay the Spire if you want. It would make me feel good. We'll slash marker that one. STS21. Great, now I have to delete my post. Come here, nephew. Your account's not old enough to make a self-post on r/Slay the Spire anyway, okay? Your account doesn't have enough age for that, Redditor, okay? You don't have enough, you're not a trusted user. Ricky, are you in chat? I'm going through a crisis. I don't want to even talk about the crisis I'm going through because I think it gives the chatters too much power. Seeing the types of messages that Yeti, aka Stewie, was based on me, seeing the messages that they write in your chat versus the messages they write in my chat is giving me kind of like a crisis of faith. The problem is, you guys then say, see, it's the streamer that's making me act crazy. But I don't respect that because it's kind of giving a little bit of victim blaming to me. It's kind of like you're saying, well, what was he streaming? You know, that's not, I don't think that's fair to me that you guys are going feral just because I'm playing Slay the Spire. Like, you're in charge of your own behavior. Don't put that shit on me. You know what I think about sometimes is like the worst chatters from like 2012. To have been doing this for a long time is to have the luxury of remembering the names of chatters that have been around for 14 years, but I haven't seen in a while, and just wondering what they might be up to. There's also, I never have to wonder, the good chatters, the best chatters. Aether Games. Can I show you? I'm not going to put the audit on screen, but check this out. Aether Games, they will never make another Aether Games. Account created February 11th, 2013. Following since June 20th, 2013. Tier 1 subbed for 158 months. 7 lifetime messages in chat. 142 months, still on top. I'm still in VOD land, but your streams have been great. 152 months, loving them eugenics. I love when you stream with mouth. Been enjoying the YouTube videos lately. Happy partner anniversary. Look at that. The greatest chatter of all time. Agresta has banned Yeti. Oh, no. What happened? Oh, no. You banned them on their old username so they can never come back to... That's a good punishment. So Yeti thought that the name change thing could be like temporary. Oh, no, that was Yetel. Okay. Well, you should consider that, though, because that's a good punishment. You should consider... That's just funny. Get your hang gliders ready. Get your skis shined up. Grab a stick of juicy fruit. The taste is gonna move ya. VIP Daniel, are you here? Take a sniff. Pull it out. The taste is gonna move you when you pop it in your mouth. People will say I made up that song, and that's gross. I didn't make it up. That's the song. That's the Juicy Fruit song. You don't believe me? Can I tell you something? Back in the day when motherfuckers had an attention span. 5 seconds into the commercial, It didn't start with a teaser for what the commercial is going to be about. Didn't instantly drop a celebrity cameo or the name of the product or a QR code or something.
Get your skis shined up, grab a stick of juicy fruit. The taste is gonna move ya. Take a sniff, pull it out. The taste is gonna move you when you pop it in your mouth. Juicy fruit is gonna move ya.
You could... She runs it along the guy's nose like it's a cigar. It is a pretty good jingle.
It juices off, it gets right to ya. Juicy fruit, the taste is gonna move ya.
Back in the day when you could market a chewing gum by saying, essentially the gist of the advertisement is that this is a chewing gum for athletes. Like if you're going to the ski hill, pack your juicy fruit. In one commercial, they break his guitar. Yeah. So the one I played for you was like, that was the original. And then in the early 2000s, they ran like a self-aware, like pseudo-ironic sort of like retread of the jingle where they break his guitar. Yeah, we were still doing that. I mean, we were still millennials back then. Kate couldn't believe it when I said that Sips, the way he plays Zomboid is that he does challenge runs where his goal is to kill every single zombie on the map. She was saying, like, it must be like a modded version that makes it easier because the zombies are scary. And I'm like, no, Sips he's just that guy. And she was like, well, I've seen the Korean streamer play a bunch of it. And like, he's always getting bit by zombies and stuff. And I'm like, Sips is just, I don't know what to tell you. Once he steps into the garage, he's not a father of four anymore. He's an ice cold killer behind the mechanical keyboard. Sips has 4 kids. Yeah, 4 kids this year, maybe. He's got a lot. I think he might have 3. I did not say he's extremely fertile. That's something you would infer from his deeply held love of passing on his genes to the next generation. 2-1 at Friday Night Magic. Justin, do we still live in a world where 2-1 is 4 packs? What's the profit on the cards? It's got to be 90%. It's just cardboard. Okay, so fucking ink is a joke to you. Ink is a joke to you. And shipping's a joke to you. And then keeping one dude at Wizards of the Coast to prompt ChatGPT and Claude every 3 months to go, hey, generate 90 new cards for a Magic the Gathering set based around these 2 mechanics that we had in a set 12 years ago. That's a joke to you? All that ink, all that logistical headache of the shipping, and the one dude, and all the tokens. I didn't even mention the tokens. I'll level with you. I have no knowledge that they use AI to make the cards. I just knew it would get the people riled up. And when you soften the chat up first, they're way more likely to laugh at the joke. Just wait for the next Balatro meets Slay the Spire. It'll be good, I promise. When your comfort genre gets insulted by the streamer mid-TF2 game, so you don't get to reply until after they push the freaking cart. I didn't know it was going to be that intense when I started the line of reasoning. But like once it got going, I couldn't stop it. Unlike the cart, because with that you basically just have either a scout jump like behind enemy lines and then start whacking them with a bat, or you have a spy infiltrate and then just knife the guy who's standing on the cart. Would be good enough to stop it from moving. But because the rest of the team, literally it's just 6 snipers all throwing piss at each other. The moment that finished, the alarm for my food went off. You haven't done anything wrong, but I really like the turn of phrase you used. The alarm for my food. Bro is Pavlov's dog. Oh, that's good. Everyone, by the way, they always act like the dog is the idiot. Oh, the bell rings and he starts salivating because he gets food. Bro, every time the bell rings, he gets food. He's acting in a perfectly rational manner. It seems like, honestly, it seems like he's doing himself and the experimenter a favor. And then they're like, well, check it out. Bing bong, rang the bell. He's salivating and there's no food. Yeah, because you fucking lied to him, bro. You fucking lied to him. And the dog is the idiot. The whole point of the experiment is that people are smarter than dogs. Okay, man. Like, our society is fucked up, man. Biggest problem with our society, people hate dogs. They're always trying to get one over on dogs. I'm like, dogs are pretty cool, man. I think I don't know. I guess I'm the weird one. I think dogs are all right. Family dragged me to Arthur the King yesterday. I'm not familiar with that. I'm not trying to make a joke. Is it a King Arthur? Nobody knows. They're all saying something about Miss Lethal. I don't even know who that is. It is based on the true story told in the 2016 memoir, Arthur the Dog Who Crossed the Jungle to Find a Home. Yeah, so I said all that shit about dogs. There's no shot I'm watching a movie about a dog. Like a heartwarming movie about a dog finding a home, or especially if the dog speaks. It's not made for me. I'm never gonna go see The Art of Racing in the Rain. You're welcome to go see it. I don't think you're evil for going to see it, but it's just, that shit is not gonna fucking work on me. Now, if it was a cute cat, it might be a different story, man. And you know what's crazy? I have seen Bolt. You might think that's hypocritical. I would say it's actually, not watching any other movies about dogs is a valid response, having seen that movie about dogs. What about a fugly raccoon? Okay, but it has to be fugly, okay? It can't just be like a little unconventionally attractive, which is what passes for fugly in our dishonest fucking society. A lot of people will be like, check it out, it's the ugliest fucking animal I've ever seen, and it's just like, it's a cute animal that doesn't look like the way, like if you asked AI to generate a dog, it wouldn't give you that dog, but the dog itself is still cute. It's just unconventionally attractive. Like Maggie Gyllenhaal, okay? We got different definitions of fugly. Too far? Calling Maggie Gyllenhaal attractive is an insult now. In this fucked up world in which we live. Unconventionally? You're focusing on the wrong word. Babe, you're focusing. Yeah. I said you were unconventionally attractive, babe. Not every word in a sentence has the same emphasis, babe. I did not call her a fugly dog, okay? I did not call her a fugly dog. I said she was unconventionally attractive. Have you seen Secretary? Come on. No? Yeah, no surprise there. Don't watch it with your parents. There, I'll save you a canon event. I'll save you a canon event. Everything was good in my life until I watched the James Spader, Maggie Gyllenhaal movie Secretary with my dad. 100% Paul Solo career kind of sucks. I kind of look at it like he was in his whole phase. You know, he had a bad breakup with the Beatles, and then he said, fuck it, I'm just gonna make some like good old-fashioned blues-inspired rock and roll for a bit. For 40 years or so. Fuck it, bro, he did his time. You'd probably want to fuck off after you spend a decade with a 25 to 35-year-old John Lennon too. You'd probably be like, fuck this shit, I'm gonna do whatever I want. Oh, the song doesn't even mention peace. It's all about a hammer. How about Bang Bang? Bang Bang Maxwell's silver peace sign came down on his heart. Bang Bang Maxwell's silver peace sign came down on his heart, Paul. Can we still keep the do-do-do-do? I was literally doing peace and love, but like live long and prosper. Can we still do the do-do-do-do? Peace and love, Captain Kirk. Peace and love, you horror. Peace and love. I kind of like Vulcan Ringo, to be honest with you. I kind of like this guy. I don't know what he's gonna do. I don't know what else he's got going on, but just this in and of itself is all right. Thoughts on the 2007 cult classic Hot Fuzz? Are we just calling every British movie a cult classic? Thoughts on 2008 cult classic The Dark Knight? Unlike Hot Fuzz, Dark Knight is actually still a little underrated. No, it's not. It's literally not Chris Nolan's fault that your high school boyfriend was a guy who dressed up like the Joker, okay? Libby, are you here? That wasn't meant to be a straight shot. It just popped into my head. And that could describe lots of people. And Libby might like The Dark Knight, I don't know. She ain't the only one who had a high school boyfriend who dressed up like the Joker, okay? Probably lots of y'all. Or you were the high school boyfriend who dressed up like the Joker. Could never be the Joker for Halloween, man. I hate wearing makeup. Also putting the damage tattoo on my forehead every day. Nah, man. And the grills? What did he do again? He mailed a bunch of dead rats to his coworkers or something like that. Used condoms, really? What's worse? They're both really bad. I mean, I feel like as a disease vector, both bad. In terms of like the amount of disrespect taken, I'm gonna say both bad. And like in the realm of like you can't do that, they're both up there. Pick a side. I don't want to say because I think you're gonna be mad. Oh, I don't know. It's worst case scenario. The rat has the bubonic plague. Assuming the guy who sent the condom is the guy who used the condom, might be better off with the plague, right? You might be better off with the boluses than whatever's going on inside of the Trojan Magnum XL. I'm just making a guess. Even if I did, but by the way, you're gonna say you think he has a huge penis? No, but I think if he was shopping for condoms that he knew he was going to mail someone, he would make sure he bought big ones. Because they're like right next to each other in the store. What's he gonna do? Buy the normal size ones? Of course he's gonna buy the big ones if he knows someone's gonna see it. You know what's interesting? And maybe this exists, but I don't know it. You would think that there would be like a snobby subreddit community for premium condoms. The same way, like if you ever admit that you use like a 4-blade razor, some kid who started shaving in like 2018 is like, you don't use a beaver hair brush with mixing your own shaving foam? I'm using my grandfather's shaving foam recipe that he wrote on the side of a submarine's hull in 1922. Is there really nobody who's like, oh, well, yeah, I've been using Durex for a while, but I've been looking to make an investment in myself. And then people like, is there really no farm to table like sheepskin condom subreddit or something like that, where they're like, what you really want to do is be tanning your own sheepskin. But to start with that, you don't want to start with that because the startup cost is really high. But a good starter condom is like this one. It has to exist, right? Check the mega thread. Exactly. Some small batch, farm to table to cock to pussy to trash can. Or maybe they could be made with recyclable materials and you could just put it in the green bin. Farm to table to cock to pussy to compost type condoms, bro. I actually, much like the orthotics for toe walkers, I think this could be a market. Like a condom you can put in the compost bin. Or the dishwasher, or the air fryer, bro. You know, when I tried to buy an espresso machine, I ended up not buying an espresso machine because every person's recommendation was not only different, they said, never listen! Don't listen to anything that the guy behind me just said. Listen to me and only me. Don't listen. Are you a fool? He's never gonna do that. He should buy these 4 things instead. Why are there no condom snobs is what I'm trying to say. They would get hung up on which one's the best for jerking off. Well, the first question is that you can see the mega thread. Start in the mega thread. Okay, first question, are you buying a condom to fuck or a condom to jerk off? And then they've got like the flow chart, and then it's like the fucking one just goes to Trojan. And then the jerking off one has like 1,000 branches that come off of it. That's a great joke. That's really good. What's your rating of the Odyssey, having not seen it? I think it would surprise me if I wasn't in the 4.5 camp. I haven't even seen the trailer, but just from what I know about the movie, which is basically nothing except what other people think about the movie, I'm thinking I'm giving it a 4.5. You ever think about Emily Watson's review? Emily Watson, writing reviews of movies that are referenced in chat. Who is that? I do not know her. As usual, you are referencing something I don't. I do not know what you are referencing. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, mate. Lack of knowledge and ignorance, mate. Lack of knowledge and ignorance. I don't know what it means, man. It's Emily Wilson. I was wondering what the lady from Punch Drunk Love had to do with this, but I just figured you guys know what you're talking about. Nolan used her translation for the Odyssey. I thought Chris Nolan spoke English. Why didn't he just read the original? Did JJ McCarthy really say his fiance doesn't like it when 9 comes home? That was something, I feel like with media training, like anytime I say anything, chat just goes phrasing. No one thought to tell JJ McCarthy, hey, you shouldn't imply that shouldn't imply some crazy shit with your fiance and your alter ego. Like the idea that you would get into a different headspace for game day, like a more bloodthirsty headspace, that makes perfect sense to me. But like saying your fiance doesn't like it when your alter ego comes home is just fucking nuts, man. I mean, I'm not suggesting that he goes home and he's like fucking up the house and making her scared, but that's if you wanted to have a bad faith read, that is kind of what he's saying, but I don't think that's what he's saying. That isn't me saying Kate hates to see NL come home. She's always going, and is this Ryan or is this NL? And I'm going, you know what's crazy about that question? And people ask it all the time. And she's going, she's tweaking like all those short-haired astronauts at the end of Ridley Scott alien movies. But it's too late. She's already in the cryo sleep pod. And Michael Fassbender's already regurgitating the alien embryos and putting them in storage too. So the devilish Weyland-Yutani Corporation can experiment on them for their nefarious aims back on Earth, bro. I got 800 sheets of printer paper from Costco. Any suggestions for which textbooks I should illegally print the entirety of? This is such an old Yeti. Like the last time this joke would have been even slightly controversial and thus funny would have been like back when I was in university. 800 pieces of paper from Costco is just about like the smallest amount of printer paper you can get. And then why would you even waste all your ink printing it out when you could just get like the file on your computer? You could just look at it on your phone. You could look at it on your desktop. You don't need to print it all out. It's going to take like hours and hours to print it out. You know what though, Yeti? You're all right, man. You're all right. You got a lot to learn. Is Yeti still in university? Yeti, I'm not even sure. Yeti might be preparing for their first semester of college. Because I just, the timeline seems to line up. I believe Yeti is 19 years old and it's almost September. So I think that just seems to make sense to me. Is that true, Yeti? I'm starting my master's program this semester. No, you're not. You're 19. You're not starting your master's program. I'm 20 and I am. You're not starting your master's program, Yeti. I literally am. I don't buy it. Now, don't confuse this as me being like, you have to be really smart to get a master's degree. For a couple of reasons. One is, I know a lot of dumb motherfuckers with master's degrees. And the second one is, I don't know, Yeti might be really smart. A lot of you typing like fucking morons in chat are probably geniuses in whatever domain you've dedicated your life to. Probably got a lot of like really talented and knowledgeable people holding up like the framework of society, but also they have a release valve to shitpost in chat. But the timeline just doesn't add up, Yeti. Any mods here? That's a crazy message. The Gen Pop doesn't see that message, right? I don't want to put that user on blast because they don't seem like they're not doing anything like evil or anything like that. But that's a really great. Okay, I'm not gonna. I'll thank you for the raid, by the way, Blue, and anybody here that's here from the Blu-ray. We just had a first time chat, and the gist of the message was, "This is my username on Plex. Can somebody add me?" Which I just think is a crazy first chat message, especially in a place where you have no rapport with anybody, to just be like, can you put me on the Plex server? This is my username. That's sick. You guys are gonna hit me with the sure. I generally have no idea how Plex works. If you were to invite them to your Plex server and then they join, do they have access to like your home Wi-Fi network? If it's set up poorly, possibly. I would just be careful with that first time chat is all I'm saying. My kid is actually, over this summer, she's gotten really good at biking. She has a pedal bike. The only time she needs a little bit of help is like if she's on a hill or something like that. She needs a little push to get her going. And I genuinely, and I'm not trying to be like evil with this bit. I'm just trying to be real with it. We've been biking in the park We've been biking on the sidewalk around the park. And we've been doing a little bit of biking on the road, which is terrifying, but also, like, I mean, you got to do it at some point. And whenever she stops listening to me, I just pull her back to the sidewalk and go, like, I'm not going to let you ride your bike anymore if you don't listen to me when we're biking on the road. But I honestly am kind of dreading when she gets strong enough at biking on the road that she can bike further and make it to, like, dedicated bike paths. Because I'm not going to be the guy who says it's more dangerous to be on the bike lane than it is to be on the road, because that's obviously idiotic. But the number of times I'm on a dedicated bike lane in an area that's literally made for like sightseeing, and then Floyd Landis flies by me screaming on your left at like 40 kilometers an hour trying to get a king of the mountain that literally is presently held by like a 71-year-old grandfather or something like that is so crazy to me. And they'll get mad at you for like your kid not holding their line on the sightseeing seawall. It is bad to talk about the cycling stuff when Librarian's not here to give their 2 cents, but thank you, Librarian. Librarian, only 5 gifties. Well, the Twitch ban is, he's living within his means. I understand. Still got another, well, can I don't know how you would answer this question. I hope you got banned on like Friday, so that at least on the weekend you got to serve a couple days. The worst would be if you obviously only got banned on like right before the stream started. Then you're missing like a whole week. I guess you're missing a whole week no matter what, because that's like how time works. But you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Maybe you actually miss exactly the same amount of time, now that I think about it. Maybe no matter when you get banned for a week, you're banned for a week, now that I think about it. Hey, Librarian, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. You didn't have to do all that. Thank you. Oh, you think it's a signal? 30 subs banned for 30 days? No shot. It is funny they can ban you, but you can still gift subscriptions. That is... Hey, anyone here from Twitch? You might want to fix that. Yeah, there's a little bug right now. People that have been banned for threats are still able to give the website a little bit of money. We might want to fix that. We might want to take a look at that one. Dude, I really thought PUBG would be done downloading by the time I got back. But it's not even close. It's like, it's 30% of the way there. I was gone for 5 minutes. It might take 10 minutes. So we could wait 10 fucking minutes, man. Or we could do a Zoominos daily. That's true. That's fucking true, man. There are no rules. We're going streaking. Old school. Do you know, I looked at, this is what it's like to be old. The other day I thought, I wonder how old Will Ferrell was when he played Frank the Tank in Old School. Bro was my age, man. Which is also crazy, because then it made me realize, wait a minute, I am like where Will Ferrell was when he did Old School. Will Ferrell's there. In the same amount of time that has passed between Old School and the present day, I will be the age that Will Ferrell is then. And I'm going, whoa, that doesn't seem right, man. When you realize, when you go to the grocery store and you see the 75-year-olds, and you realize that they weren't born 75 in some kind of perverse Benjamin Button. They were 37 the day that you were born. They were walking around with high inseam shorts looking fucking snatched, wearing fanny packs and like Ray-Bans and shit like that. Probably had cut up because they hadn't put all the dyes in the food yet, looking fucking shredded like Tug Speedman. And now they're 75 at the grocery store saying I don't want it. I don't need 4 ears of corn. I just came here for 1 ear of corn, but it's 4 for $10. Should we go for 4? I don't know. How'd we do? 276? That's really bad. I thought for sure I was going to be like 25th or something like that. PUBG sabotage you? I don't even know if it's downloaded yet, to be honest with you. I'll go check. Still downloading. 36% complete. It was 31% when I started the run. It was 31% when I started the daily. Did the download pause? Nah, I'm just on, Steam is set up to my 56K modem. I got the stream on the DSL. That's a good setup. I remember being so jealous. We had like substitute teachers in 8th grade. They weren't really substitute teachers. They taught us computers. They came in like once a week. The dude lived next to the ISP. So he got, when he was telling us how fast he could download a song off of Napster, he was like, when I click the button, the song is already done downloading. And we were like, whoa! And then later, I forget what was happening. We were like coding a website in GeoCities or something, which is literally just like dragging shit onto like a template. And someone made a joke that was like, I'm hacking into your bank account or something like that. And he freaked the fuck out. He was like, guys, that's not funny. Like, never joke about anything like that ever. And then he told us, he was like, I'm sorry, I just like, one time my friend did that to me and I lost a lot of money. So it's like a really sore subject. I was like, oh shit. The people who were like really into computers back in like the 90s, there was a chance they were either like a gamer or they were like, I hacked into the Department of Defense, I guess. Why does the Blue Jays manager look like Alex Jones? Well, okay, John Schneider is, and it was worse in October. He is one of the, like, most... I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. His face has more blood in it than I think any human being I've ever seen. I think he may have more blood in his head during the playoffs than I have in my whole body. Yeah, he's very sanguineous. He has a copious amount of sanguinity. Absolutely. He is cherub-esque. Rubefacient. Yeah. He's got a lot. Anyway, long story short, don't comment on anyone else's appearance unless you're calling the streamer skinny. I'm tweaking because someone came in here earlier and said, hey, NL, you look skinny today. By the way, I'm British. And I'm trying to figure out what that... like, because I've been to England, so I kind of know what they're saying, but I don't know if that's how they meant it, but probably. Just found out my wife is pregnant. Do you have any advice for books to read? Reading is good, but if you want, I'm not saying you're evil, because you haven't done anything yet. If you are looking for something to put excess energy into to prepare for the birth of your child, reading a book is good, and there are some, like, we read a book called Crib Sheet, and if I may, I feel like, don't recommend Dungeon Crawler Carl, I'm not sure, maybe for the baby to read, but if I remember correctly, it was mostly like, hey, just chill out, your baby will probably be fine if you're a relatively normal adult, and I was like, oh, this is a great book to read. The best thing you could actually do with your time after reading like maybe like a 1 hour long primer of how not to accidentally screw up your baby forever in like the first 3 months or something like that, buy a chest freezer and start meal prepping. Oh, if you could have a chest freezer full of like soups and stews and shit like that, so that after, like the first month is gonna be total, you won't remember anything, which is fine. But like after that, to be like, I don't feel like cooking tonight, let's just go into the freezer and pull out like some turkey chili or something like that, would go so crazy. Make sure you're taking a multivitamin. He's okay, you know, like like your partner should probably be taking, I don't know, are you incubating the baby? I mean, can't really do any harm to take a multivitamin, but like your vitamin needs are very secondary. By the way, get used to it. Actually, don't get used to it, because your needs coming second is as good as it's going to get for a long time. For maybe a decade following this exact moment in your life, your needs are actually going to come third, if at all. So that's another thing I would say, is just change your frame of reference to that, and then whenever it manifests in such a way that you move up the priority queue a little bit, that's a nice surprise. That's a nice surprise for you. Did Kate have any crazy pregnancy cravings? Only once, and it was for a specific type of instant ramen, a Korean instant ramen type. But it also was really hilarious timing, because the cravings start happening like midway to the end of the first trimester into the second trimester, which literally put us like at April 20th, 2020. So like while the Earth was trying to figure out what the hell's going on with this novel virus, and like all the stores are like shutting down and stuff, I got sent across town to the Hanam supermarket, and then I got there and I had like a picture of the ramen that I was supposed to get, and then I'm like wedged in between like 1,000 people that are filling their shopping carts with like bulk food and toilet paper and stuff like that, and I'm like video calling and I'm like, I don't see it. I'm sorry, I'm looking. I'm in the ramen aisle. I'm seeing every type of ramen. That aisle's not here. Here, you can scan the aisle yourself as well. I'm talking to the clerk, and the clerk is like, yeah, we don't have it. And I was like, I don't have it. Is there another kind you'd like? And she's like, well, why don't you go to H Mart and get it? So I took my ass to H Mart. I hopped back on the video call, and H Mart fucking had it. And I bought a fuckload of it. I bought as much as I could hold, and I took it back. More impressed by a unicorn or a pegasus? I would have to say I'd be more impressed by a unicorn. And I'll tell you why. I feel like unicorns can fly, but they don't have wings. Flying without wings, way more impressive than flying with wings. So yeah. I mean, you seem to be laboring under the delusion that a unicorn is simply a horse with a rainbow mane and a horn. That wouldn't be impressive at all. But unicorns fucking fly, or at least they can jump so prodigiously high that it could be considered air travel. That's what it is. Unicorns can fly, bro. Unicorns can fly. Can unicorns fly? Yes. Traditional unicorns cannot fly. What do you mean traditional unicorns? Real or mythological unicorns are land animals with one horn. What are you talking about? Real or mythological standard unicorns? Myth versus fantasy. Real old stories show unicorns as land, because they keep saying, hey dumbass, unicorns don't have wings. Grok, that's not what I asked. I asked if they could fucking fly. I know things with wings can fly, but something could fly and not have wings. People mix up unicorns and the pegasus all the time. What, did I ask for your fucking commentary, bro? Alicorns. A creature with a horn and wings is called an alicorn or a pegacorn. Who gives a who said shit about wings, man? They keep bringing up wings as if wings are relevant to the conversation at all when they fucking aren't. All right, let's take a look at PUBG. 36% complete. What do you mean downloads paused? Why is he bouncing on it? Understimulated. Being overstimulated gets all the fucking credit, man. Nobody talks about the situations where you're understimulated, so you just go like... Nobody ever talks about that shit. Nobody ever talks about like, oh, nobody said something for 5 seconds. I fucking have to make a Napoleon Dynamite reference right now, or I'm gonna fucking die. They just say, oh, Unk's going non-verbal. I'm not going non-verbal. There's 11 people in the call. You get, with 11 people in the call, you get to speak 1/9 of the time, if you're being fair. That's not going non-verbal. That's the per capita speaking time is divided accordingly. You mean 9% of the time? Are you in Yeti's master program? Are you in Yeti doing chemical engineering right now at Northwestern University? More like Best Western University. Wow. You did not have to do that to them. Wow. Why does Vancouver look like Breaking Bad today? Were you here over the weekend? It was crazy smoky. Yusan kept saying, like, I thought the city was supposed to be beautiful. Why does it look so shitty? I thought there were mountains here. Kory was also over, so there was that as well. They should have put this gun in the fucking game so you could get on it and go, shunk. Chill. There's enough of daddy to go around. Yeah, I bet you can't do this shit. Wait, Apollo, oh, they didn't get rid of the Phelpsian plane. Hell of a splash, man. Oh! What a grab. I lead others to a treasure I cannot possess type shit. That's right, motherfucker. Motherfucker, let's go! Yeah! That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Bro, things were on Vormir. This is a Rangel! We clown in this motherfucker! Woo! Square pusher son or Boards of Canada daughter? How about non-binary child who keeps quoting Milkman by Aphex Twin? That's like 1/8 of this chat. Wonderful news for society, to be honest. Except that the other 7/8 of people are men who listen to the Foo Fighters. No, man. Men aren't beating the allegations, man, of being Foo Fighters fans. Hey. Okay, John Bernthal. Let me ask you something. Someone getting the best of you, Durrell? It does feel good to be back. Life is mostly all about revisiting video games that you used to love and then playing them for like a couple weeks until you remember why you stopped playing them in the first place. But like unironically, because you can always harvest a little bit of the why did we ever leave this energy. But the thing is, you can only harvest a little bit less every single time. I don't think you could ever harvest as much as you originally had or as much as you did in the last time. But there's still some, man. Me with Overwatch? Oh, let's not go crazy. Nice try. Feels good to be back. Hybrid scope? No, man, the game's gone woke. You're fucked. You're not making it back from that one. I saw them not but for a second ago. Can't be doing all this? They're bots. They're bots. Yeah, I don't think so, kid. What the fuck? Long ass arms. Got him. All skill. It's still a beautiful game if you ignore the roving hit squads of like 4 John Wicks whose only goal is to kill every streamer who's ever played the game. Then when you like the first game that you queue, when the sleeper cells haven't been activated yet, that's okay, man. That's all right. I do like that they seem to still throw smoke to indicate where they are. Really? Oops. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh again. Uh-oh. He's taken a few. He took a few shots there. Then we focus on this rock. Inhuman reaction times. Oh! Hang glider. Don't get fucking tricked. Shit, he moved while I was looking at the damn hang glider. Book it. Nah, I don't think so. Nah, not today. Here it comes. Again with this damn bullshit. Whoa! Chill! man! We got eyes? Oh! Oh, Jesus! Damn, okay, beast. Me when someone insults my mods? Switch to the secondary. Damn. Chill, bro. Reload the piece. Sit yourself. Get fried. Damn stream snipers. I hate this damn game. I hate everything about this damn game. I got an idea. My idea was take that car. I can't do this. I can't join you. Just go. Just go. I can't do this. I'll be banned from my favorite game. I can't join you here. I gotta run him down. Otherwise, I'll be considered a schemer. Which is not as bad as cheating, which is not as bad as cheesing, but it's pretty bad. Yeah, I don't think so, kid. Oh my god. 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 I'm actually kind of awesome. We're back, y'all. Eyes peeled. Clear hearts. Can't fucking lose. One of the greatest kills of my life right there. One of the great. There is not a single fucking skid mark back at that dude except the one that he left in his pants when he saw we were coming. I did not touch the fucking brakes. PUBG till end of stream? Fuck that. PUBG till the end of time. Till the end of fucking days, bro. Till the room stinks. Let's get this guy in front of a crowd. I'm not throwing away my shit. I am not throwing away my shit. My house is old, stinky, and dirty, and I'm getting past 30, and I'm not throwing away my shit. It's time to pads up. Gotta get the thighs up. I'm not throwing away my shit. I imagine piss so much it feels just like a memory. Is this where it gets to me? On my knees. Sorry, I'm doing way too much. I gotta hit the brakes. I can't keep going at that pace. I can't keep riffing at that pace. It's too much. I hit some kind of a new part of myself I didn't know existed there. It was a little bit like yeah. Like when you're watching like a World War II movie with Tom Hanks in it, and they shoot the fucking artillery, but then it's got like steam coming off of it, and then thunk, like the canister comes out the back, and it's like sizzling and stuff, and the little dude tries to grab it. He goes, thunk, like that. It was kind of like that, you know. Now put me on top of the damn house, the only safe place. Wait, I know this one. Stop or I'll shoot. Okay, you don't get it. You can mantle on a half door and then use that to mantle up to the roof. Show me. Show me. Movement tech in this game is crazy. Told you. The thing he's got in common with Claude is token. Miss me? I got him up on the horns like a Raging bull, man. Did you see that? Whoa, inhuman movement. Jesus, Joe, it's just a game! It's just a game! I see you, motherfucker. Yeah! Yeah! Alright, I've been killed by that guy. And he's invisible. He was an invisible man that I couldn't see, even though I saw him. Not bad, y'all. You know what? Let's see it through his eyes. Oh, shit. What the fuck is this, man? See? That could have been me. I literally feel like Lester in season 1 of Fargo. I know Lester's gonna be up in heaven going, I told you. He's telling his wife, who's from Bemidji, I told you not to go in there, dear. But yeah, but hun. Yeah, but I told you not to go in there, hun. Didn't I say? Lauren Malvo might be in there. Lauren Malvo might be waiting in the office to get the jump on me. Actually good. Minnesotans will hate this, but actually, I'm basically from Minnesota. Okay. Keep him under cover. Get some air back in your lungs. Fuck him up. He's going to be like, what's that? We're going to go back to our cover. Alright, well, it was 155. Bro, don't waste your time. I don't have shit on me. It's okay. I'm not playing in mono. I just didn't know where he was because he could throw his voice, was the thing. Got home from school. I have to watch this bald streamer die. Does your mom leave a key under the mat? Or like, does she trust you to bring one to school with you? What do you mean by that? I'm saying like I'm a grown adult. And you're a little kid. That's basically what I'm saying. I'm saying like you're like a little kid. You're like an infant to me and I'm like a grown man. Did she make you take out like some chicken from the freezer so it's defrosted by the time she cooks you a delicious meal tonight? Did she go like, that's fine, just make sure you take the chicken out of the freezer, and then all of a sudden you're like, it's 5:59. My mom gets home at 6. She's coming home to like a fucking rock hard frozen chicken breast, and you're like, I don't know, I took it out. I guess our kitchen's just 4 degrees Celsius. Yeah, people, they don't. Nowadays they're like, I don't drink water from plastic. Okay, bud. Just put the plastic-coated chicken breast in a stainless steel bowl and cover it with nearly boiling water. The hottest water the sink can possibly create. And then just absolutely soak the plastic in like 85 degrees Celsius water so it gets melted microscopically to the chicken. And then when it gets too cool, fill it up with hot water again. Put the chicken in the bag and then put the water on top of the chicken in the bag. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Later. The Coctua twins. Shibley, have you done this before? Spitting on a stinky thing. I'm tired, I'm going to bed, king. Defrauding my investors. It had me feeling like I gotta go to sleep. Yes, man. Yes, dude. Spitting on a stinky thing. I think I'll do a little rug pulling. Cause we are defrauding our investors. It's got me feeling like I'm feeling quite sleepy. Something like that. Well, it doesn't have to be stinky, but it has to have that same kind of like spitting on a stinky penis. Yeah, something like that. We'll figure it out, man. See, defrauding my investors. They have me feeling like I gotta go get sleepy. Something like that.